Hey, and we back, and we back, and we back for another episode of SOTMC. Shout out to my city. We need to make up a song, don't we, babe? You think we should make up a song? Let's try it.
Like what?
To do it like I just said. And we back, and we back, and we back to an episode of SOTMC. I know.
I was gonna say shout out to my city.
There we go. And we are here, baby. It's your boy Face, and I have my lovely wife here. Gonna read me the facts, and we're gonna shoot the shit off of that. There's some stuff that I wanted to say before we started, but I can't remember. Hey, you guys. Welcome back. Let's get straight into it whenever you're ready. Oh, hold up. Before we start, let's, where are we going today, bud?
Still Creek, Alaska.
Still Creek, Alaska. I might need my coat for this one. It's feeling a little chilly up in here. A little burr. You know, maybe next year I had a fur to go along with the whole theme or wherever the fuck we going. If we doing somewhere in Texas, I have a cowboy hat or some shit like that.
Oh.
You know? Yeehaw. Well, I'm ready whenever you are, baby.
All right, so Still Creek.
Didn't I say that? Hold on, time out. Didn't I say that?
What?
Still Creek. Don't look like that. That's exactly what I said. Give me that. That's exactly what I said. I said, do that before we start.
Still Creek.
Oh, come on, bro. Don't do that.
Still Creek,
Okay.
Alaska.
Still Creek. Still Creek. What does that sound like?
Still Creek.
Yeah.
A lot of creeks.
Metal flow through the creek, like maybe some minerals, something around that area. I don't know. Let's go.
All right, Still Creek began in the early 1900s.
1900s.
Started as a really small community that included a post office, a roadhouse, some farm fields, and a ferry for crossing the 40-mile river.
Is that a roadhouse?
A roadhouse.
What the fuck is a
roadhouse?
roadhouse?
Is
Roadhouse.
like,
I thought that was a kick.
A roadhouse is like a stop. A stop, like, you know, back in them days, early 1900s, you know, you travel
Pick
from
up
one
your
place to
bill
the
and then
other.
you-
It wasn't as simple as always just getting in the car and driving down the street. You might have to stop somewhere to get more supplies, more food, something to drink. You might want to get drunk, you know.
That was probably the only party spot that they had back there. Like, whenever, like, if your husband was going out back in those times, you knew exactly where to find his ass.
At the roadhouse.
If he wasn't at the post office, his ass is at the roadhouse. Let's go.
So,
Let's go.
okay, so like I said, it was a little small community, and miners mostly used it to stop and pick up mail and hear the latest news while traveling to and from their remote mines or the Yukon River community of Eagle. So, like I said, it was just like a stop.
Yeah, that's where people go to.
Wasn't no corner stores back then. You had to,
They go to the roadhouse.
Okay, so in the 1950s, what was that?
I'm just go ahead, babe. My bad.
That was you
My bad. Go ahead. 1950s.
All right, in the 1950s, the opening of the Taylor Highway began. The building of the bridge, it finished in 1951, and when the bridge finished, the community started to decline because the highway bypassed Still City, so people no longer had to stop there to get what they needed.
That's that's fucked up. It's a terrible thing that when infrastructure actually fucks your town up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they built that highway. I can't wait till they build it, and they build it, and niggas just stop coming. Ain't that a bitch? Or the road.
Yeah, especially when you got a community that small, you kind of probably actually depend on people. It's probably more of a what we would call a tourist area.
No, they ain't shit to do that. It's a post office and a roadhouse.
You know what I mean? Like a tourist area, like the businesses in the tourist area, they rely on the tourists for their income.
Oh, yeah.
So in this instance, like it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to Still City, but you knew you had to stop through Still City.
Still Creek.
Still Creek to get somewhere. So
and plus, it's in Alaska. It's in Alaska, like. Early 1900s, you know, people start settling in America way before then. So 1900s, you know, they got to Alaska. Oh, excuse me. Lord forgive me. But yeah, it ain't shit in Atlanta. So, you know, okay, I get it. But,
Yeah.
damn.
So,
Hold up, Taylor, you got a road in Alaska. Taylor Road, one of the first roads built in Alaska. Hey, there you go, B.
Taylor Highway.
Taylor Highway.
All right. By the mid 1960s, the row house and other remaining buildings were occupied by a placer gold miner who filed a mineral claim to the lands. Now, the placer gold mine.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't that hard because there wasn't nobody around to stop his ass.
I just wanted to explain to people what it because we didn't know what it was until we looked it up.
Yeah.
So what we found was basically the simplest form of placer mining is basically with the grate in the water.
Grate in the water. So,
shake it out and whatever you got left in your
it's
basket.
a form of mining using water or whatever. And the dude came and he, you know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, you know, hold up. There's a lot of minerals in the ground. Maybe even, wasn't it gold too?
It says a placer gold miner. So I'm not sure if the person there who set claim to the land was a gold miner or if he actually found gold there.
You're probably, but whatever the case is, he hit it first. I'm pretty sure he's rich and his family living good right now.
Now, the messed up thing about that is that means in the 1960s, like somebody could actually come in our backyard and let's say we went on a short trip to maybe to the next town to go visit some family or something, and while we gone, somebody come dig in our yard. Oh, it's something here. I'm claiming this.
I mean, if I look at it
That's
like
the
this,
messed up
if you
part.
got the material, I mean, first of all, you're not just going to come, but if you make me a promise or something, you know what I'm saying? Because we may not have the resources to mine gold or whatever the fuck he came in with to do what he did. Now, if you breaking up, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, come on. Bring the drills, bring the shifters, bring the...
I don't think it always happened like that.
I know. Yeah, I know motherfuckers make promises and then they back, but shit.
I'm saying even without the promise, if you got what I don't have defense-wise, you kind of just taking my shit.
Well, that's the way America goes. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you plug that up?
Really? Right now?
I mean, I want to... Yeah, you got it. There you go. Stick it right in there.
You're supposed to come out here and make sure all this was set up.
There we go. Much better.
Okay.
We have light.
All right. So today, there are 4 buildings that remain in the main part that we've been talking about of Still City,
Still
like where
Creek, Still
the
Creek.
community where Still Creek has a community built around these original post office row house, but today those buildings actually still stand. The row house, post office,
Damn.
and 2 other buildings still stand right there.
The test of time.
Yeah, they basically protected. So now,
So America right there. We build our buildings will stand 100 years.
so now if you wanted to reach the original part of Still Creek, you would either have to hike or ride an off-highway vehicle about 5.5 miles from Taylor Highway, or stop by the site on a multi-day float trip down the lower 40-mile river, or you could paddle a pack raft from the Taylor Highway as an easy afternoon float and hike to the highway.
I do the off-road. I think I'll off-road up there, get up in the dune buggy or whatever the fuck you off-road in, the Jeep with no walls. Oh, you won't be in the paddle. You want to be in the boat like this. Fighting waters, taking on water, splash, splash. You know what I'm saying? Splash in the face. You want to get splashed in the face, baby? You want to get splashed by some waters? Splash.
To add another point to how old these buildings are. So remember I said it was first, the Still Creek itself was first established in the early 1900s.
Right.
However, the Roadhouse is a historic building that is believed to be originally built in 1898.
Oh, so like 2 years before Still Creek was
Still-
kind of like
right.
established. Yeah.
And
It's haunted. It's haunted. All these built now the day, anything that's built that's still standing. I'll tell you, future videos from this point forward, anything that's still standing, I'm gonna consider it haunted. Where so demolition and construction teams just can't knock it down. Anybody try to go in there and get their guts ripped out, or a ghost flop their butt and take over their body and go home and fuck with their kids and sleep on the ceiling.
And
Okay, I'm going to sleep and just climb up the ceiling and be up there. Like, baby, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, baby. Leave me alone.
The Roadhouse is certainly one of the oldest still standing anywhere in the interior of Alaska.
And that's a I would imagine that's a feat because Alaska is cold. It probably snow, weather. I don't know if they get like tornadoes and hurricanes down there, do they? But I'm pretty sure it's snow nice enough. It's cold. You know, things get weathered pretty quick down there. So shout out to the Roadhouse in Still Creek, Alaska. If you've ever been to the Roadhouse in Still Creek, Alaska, I would like to know. Or if you can send a picture, email me at whatever. I don't know. That'd be great. I don't know why I'm asking for that. I can do that shit myself. Just trying to get you involved, baby.
Just to give like some type of time period as to when and how fast this small community went up and basically fell to its demise. The post office operated there from 1907 until 1951.
From when?
1907 to 1951.
So less than 50 years.
Yeah, so that lets you know, like...
Because the postman was like, these niggas ain't paying me enough.
Well, part of it was that highway, you know?
Yeah, but I know, how the postman gonna get there? Is he gonna ride? You think he gonna drive that little ass?
They been getting there before the highway was built.
Yeah, and look, and I'm pretty sure them niggas complained about it all, 40 some odd years that they was going to. Anytime a nigga got that right, I'm not going there. Imagine being a postman somewhere you gotta go. You gotta either canoe or drive an off-road vehicle.
So, okay,
Bruh.
So you asked me what the Roadhouse was or what was, the purpose of it, basically. The Roadhouse at the settlement served as an important social gathering place for locals during holiday festivals up until around World War II. So like I said, a gathering place.
Yeah, it was like
what we would call a hall these days when you want to throw a party type of thing.
It was like Walmart in Alabama. It was like Walmart in South Carolina when they first built that for real. And niggas go hang out at the Walmart.
Along with the Roadhouse, the site also had a store and the necessary facilities to handle travelers, sled dogs, and horse teams.
Oh.
So that's another reason he was there. Sled dogs and horse teams. You all pass it through.
What's a horse team, though?
I'm guessing almost like the sled dog teams, except with horses.
Horses? Then you basically like a knockoff Santa Claus, right?
Well, I mean, all right, so like sled dogs back then, you raced to see who had the fastest pack. So maybe they was seeing who had the fastest
horse
I
pack.
don't know, is horses packs?
I don't know. I think that's a good question.
Like
what is a horse? What is a herd of horses called?
A herd of horses.
A herd of horses? No, it gotta be a name because like a herd of dogs is like a pack. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a herd of horses.
Okay, so Still Creek is a census-designated place, which is CDP, in case you hear it again, in the Fairbanks North Star Borough, Alaska, United States. It is part of the Fairbanks, Alaska Metropolitan Statistical Area. As of the 2020 census, the population was 6,437, which is down from 6,662 and reported in 2010.
Like I said, once again, small city, and it's getting smaller from basically what you said.
It is, however, it is the 8th most populated CDP in Alaska.
They cracked their top 10 in population with only 6,000 people.
Yep.
And all of Alaska. I mean, it's not really like, absurd, or crazy to hear that because
that just lets you know how small the towns are or how unheavily populated Alaska is.
As in general, yeah. I agree. But 6,000, hey, I know everybody. Can't come here. If you come here, we know who you are. You come here, we're gonna be on you because we don't get that many people coming here nowadays. So yeah, you're gonna get the Alaskan cake. You're gonna get Alaskan welcome. You're gonna get. I mean, I don't know. Do you know anybody that lives in Still Creek, Alaska, or have you ever been, or know anybody that lives there? We would like to know in the comments below. I don't know why I said it like that, but it happened.
The Steel Creek community is named for the creek which flows from north to south across the western part of the CDP, rising on Tungsten Hill and flowing towards the Chena River.
Yeah, see, that's another thing I'm starting to notice, that most places, settlements, places established, there's some type of creek or some type of water flow through that area to basically get stuff started. So that's a good place to.
Either, and at that time, either named for stuff that was around or a big person at that point, like first mayor or governor, colonel type thing. Okay, so fun fact, as small as the community is, they have a D+ grade with crime. The
Shut up.
The D+ grade means the rate of crime is higher than the average U.S. city. Steel Creek is in the 23rd percentile for safety, meaning 77% of cities are safer and 23% of cities are more dangerous.
77% of cities in the U.S. will be considered more safe than Steel Creek, Alaska. They out there, but then again, it's per capita. Okay. Another thing, this don't think because you moved out the hood, I'm gonna go to a little town and secluded, and you think you're gonna be good, cause shit ain't always sweet.
A town of 6,437 in 2020. I don't know if they up or down now, but just think about it: 6,437 people, and they're in the 23rd percentile. Like, that's not a lot of people. That's like...
See, but then again, it ain't really shit to do out there. But, you know, wake up and choose violence.
I want what you got. I'm not riding to the next town.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I asked you to pick me up some eggs. You knew you was going to the market that's 80 miles away. That's 3 hours. And you forgot my eggs, bro. You forgot my eggs. Billy, give me that shot.
I should have looked up how far the next town is.
How
and
far
it's
the next town,
interesting that you just said it like that, because I was actually watching something the other day on TV. Can't remember where the people were, but basically they had like a 5 or 6 hour ride just to get to the town where the grocery store was.
Right, yeah. That'll make you crazy, won't it? Like, yo, we look, it's no point. Why are we both gonna waste gas, fill my time? Here's my list. Take my list with you. I need this for dinner. You know what I'm saying? And you come and I'm pissed. I'm not running out to the store to get this.
You're not eating today, sir.
You're not eating ever again, nigga. Fuck you talking about? And I'm taking your groceries.
Call police. See how long it takes. I'm
the police. I'm the police. All right. That's crazy,
so fun fact.
Fun fact. Here we go.
Or maybe a fun law, maybe.
Okay.
Because, as I said before, Steel City is a part of Fairbanks, basically. It is completely illegal to feed alcoholic beverages to a moose in Fairbanks. So what were y'all doing in Fairbanks that this had to become a law?
It's nothing to do. My best friend is a moose.